Hi, I'm Carlo. I was born in 1964, one of the very last baby boomers, retired U.S. military. Going into retirement, I had a military pension, Social Security, and a 401k, three income sources. And the math still didn't work. I just turned 62, and I'm glad I started asking questions when I did. The retirement formula that worked for our parents, company pensions, low inflation, affordable health care, that world no longer exists. Today, pensions are nearly gone. 401ks shifted the risk directly onto you. Healthcare costs can exceed $315,000 in retirement, and the average retirement now lasts 25 to 30 years. This is not about not saving enough. The system itself changed. This video was made for a specific person. See if that person is you. Still working past 60 when you thought you'd be done. Worried about what a bad market year would do to your 401k. Watching inflation quietly shrink what your savings can actually buy. If you recognize yourself in even one of those, the next few minutes are worth your full attention. 76 million baby boomers are retiring right now. The average retiree at 65 has around $200,000 saved. At the 4% withdrawal rate, that's $8,000 a year. The average Social Security benefit is about $1,900 a month. In most American cities, that is below the poverty line. The 2008 crash wiped out $2.4 trillion in retirement accounts. At 65, you do not have a decade to wait for a recovery. Even without a crash, inflation is already stealing from you, quietly, every single day. At just 4% annual inflation, your purchasing power is cut in half in under 18 years. Nearly 1 in 2 Americans over 65 still relies on income from work. Not because they want to, because they have to. Creating new income is not optional. For most boomers, it is survival. I refused to accept that as my future, so I started searching for another way. I tried the traditional paths. Real estate takes capital, time, tenants, and repairs. Not a bridge to retirement at 60. Day trading, my first real attempt. I lived that world. Charts at 6 in the morning, watching every candle, missing meals. It works, but it is a full-time job, and I wanted my life back. I needed income that didn't require me to be glued to a screen. That's when my research led me to professionally managed Forex strategies. Before I tell you what I found, I need to tell you what I thought when I first heard about it. Forex trading is just gambling with a fancy name. Algo tools and AI trading bots are for scammers. If it actually worked, everyone would already be doing it. And I am a retired military veteran. I do not fall for things easily. I held every one of those objections. Then I started asking different questions. I did months of research before touching a single dollar. I met the people behind it, face to face, with hard questions I expected them to struggle with. They didn't. I looked specifically for transparency, risk controls, and real verified trading history. I started very small. I watched results carefully before increasing my exposure. Let me be clear about what this is and what it is not. It is not guaranteed income. It is not an overnight solution. What it is a calculated, diversified allocation approach. That's it. Forex, the foreign exchange market, is the most liquid financial market on earth. $7.5 trillion traded every single day. What I found wasn't just Forex trading. It was Forex trading managed by professional traders, guided and enhanced by algorithmic tools. Pure AI bots can't read a geopolitical crisis or adapt to unexpected market shifts. They trade patterns. They don't think. Professional human traders do. And when supported by algorithmic tools, real-time signal detection, risk filtering, their win rate improves significantly. No trading knowledge needed. You don't trade. The system does that for you. 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Start with as little as $1,000. Scale as confidence grows. Einstein called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. $1,000 with consistent modest growth reinvested every period doesn't grow in a straight line. The curve bends upward. Year after year, your gains generate their own gains. And every month you delay starting is a month of that curve you never get back. Note, hypothetical example for illustration only, not a return guarantee. For some people, even $1,000 feels significant. I respect that. That's exactly why starting small matters. If you have $200,000 in liquid assets, even $500 deployed, is a test allocation, not a gamble, a controlled experiment with money you already have. Now consider the other side. Inflation is already eroding your savings. Every single year, with no exceptions. A market crash can wipe 30 to 40% of your 401k in weeks. Inaction has a cost too. It compounds just in the wrong direction. Yes, there is risk in professional Forex trading. Markets move both ways. No strategy is guaranteed. I am not hiding that. But here's what most people don't say out loud. Doing nothing also has risk, and in many ways, it is the bigger risk. Staying 100% dependent on Social Security and a shrinking account, that is not playing it safe. That is choosing a different set of risks, ones that are already happening whether you act or not. The best time to act was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. One more objection, Ray, because it is the most common one I hear. When I pay off my debts, then I will start. When I have more money, then I will begin. Here is what actually happens. One debt gets paid and temptation hits. The finish line moves again. 5 years later, same situation, different debt. And here's the part people miss. You may not need new money at all. You likely already have money sitting in a savings account, a CD, or an underperforming fund. Move just 1% of it. No new money needed. Same dollar, different job. I want to say something most people presenting an opportunity would never say. This is not for everyone. If you are expecting guaranteed returns, they do not exist here. If you need immediate cash flow to cover this month's bills, this is not the right timing. If you are looking for overnight wealth without patience, please look elsewhere. But if you are looking to diversify, not replace, your existing income, are comfortable starting small, and are willing to treat this as a long-term strategy, then this is worth a serious conversation. After decades of work and service, retirement should feel like freedom, not survival. My wife and I book month-long vacations on a whim, no counting days off. We come home rested, not dreading a credit card statement. I still work sometimes, but only when I feel like it. Only what I choose. Not because I need a paycheck. Go back to whoever shared this video with you. They can point you in the right direction and will always be straight with you about whether it is the right fit. Start with education, understand the risk, then decide. Knowledge without action is just worry. You now have the knowledge. Take the next step.